So today we're going to talk about what I call the stretch zone, where growth feels a little bit uncomfortable, but somehow doable. Because I'm a geek that loves space, I always think about a planet that's settling into orbit when I'm talking about this subject, because it kind of shakes and rattles about as it's settling into its own orbit. But then it finds its path, balance is restored, and everything settles down into a lovely new cycle. And that's exactly what happens when you push out of your comfort zone into your stretch zone. It all feels a bit shaky, but sooner or later it'll settle down into what now becomes a bigger comfort zone. It's not about leaping into the unknown with no safety net. It's about small, intentional steps that push your boundaries but don't break them. It's in this space, just beyond that comfort zone, where confidence grows and good things happen. If we're meeting for the first time, I'm Churchill, and I'm on a mission to help women grow from self-doubt to self-confidence so they can take their careers to the next level. I used to be my own worst enemy, holding myself back in my corporate career and from my entrepreneurial dreams. So I learned tips, tricks, and mindset strategies to help me get the things I wanted out of life and my career. And it's these tips, tricks and strategies that I share with you. So let's get on with it. So let's talk about the 3 zones and uncover where you're operating from. So every challenge that comes your way, you're going to be in one of the 3 zones. The first one is the comfort zone, or as I like to say, stuck and safe. It feels easy, predictable, risk-free, and that's where your subconscious mind likes you to be, by the way. So there's nothing wrong with those feelings. But where there's no real challenge, there's no real growth. Nothing changes. And that can lead to stagnation, and it can often lead people to wondering what they're doing with their lives. It's that stagnation which leads to self-doubt, ironically. There's outside your comfort zone, we've got the stretch zone, we've already talked about it. It's like an expanding space where things feel uncomfortable but doable, a space where learning happens and confidence builds. And this stretch is just enough to make the next level feel possible again, so the next stretch zone. So outside your comfort zone, then you've got your stretch zone. The rest of it I like to call the panic zone, or too far, too fast. If you're out there in outer space, things can feel terrifying, paralysing. Out here, there's overwhelm, stress, and therefore fear and retreat. You want to come back to where it's safe. And this is not where confidence grows. This is where your confidence crumbles, actually, because self-doubt kicks in so much. You're overwhelmed, anxiety kicks in, and it's just a place where you want to run from. So I think the whole goal should be that we're always operating in our stretch zone, not out here in the wild, not in here where it's too safe and comfortable, but in our stretch zone so we can grow and learn and get more confidence. So how do you step into that stretch zone without feeling the overwhelm? Well, if you're stuck in your comfort zone and you fear out here, out of space, here's how to expand your own orbit without burning up. Number 1, choose your next small step. The stretch zone isn't about huge leaps. It's about stacking loads of small wins together. So here's an action step for you. What's one small thing that feels manageable for you that doesn't actually terrify you completely to death? That means it's outside your comfort zone, but it's not out here in the wild. So for example, if you have a big audacious dream to lead a meeting one day, but you struggle to speak up, maybe you could say one small thing in a meeting and that will lead you to be able to say something else. There's lots of ways to do it. Maybe you could speak to the organiser and say that you have a point on something or you'd like to raise a question. Then at least your voice is heard and that gains momentum. It's a tiny action that you've taken, but that means that you can take the next. Number 2, get comfortable with discomfort. Growth always feels awkward at first. Recognising discomfort as part of the process will stop it from holding you back. It will stop you from saying, this feels uncomfortable so I can't do it, to this feels uncomfortable so I know I've got to do it. Obviously, if it's terrorising you, scale it back. And your brain reacts the same way to both. So tell your brain you're excited. This is not terrified. This is excited, nervous. Number 3, set a stretch zone goal. That's a goal that's challenging but within reach. And that will keep you moving forwards without feeling terrorised. So your action step here, and you use this structure, so I'm going to read it to you. So pen and paper, pause me if you need to right now, grab a pen. I'm going to give you the structure for how you do this action step. I will put your small action in there within realistic timescale. So you put in your timescale in there. So I can put your bigger goal in there. So using the example of speaking up in a meeting, the structure is I will volunteer an idea by the next meeting or at the next meeting so that I can get comfortable hearing my voice in a meeting situation. A small action leading to a bigger action, but with a defined timescale. And number 4, I want you to anchor your progress. What does that mean? Well, your brain needs proof that you're capable. Small wins are evidence of how far you've come. Your brain will store that as proof that you're capable, and they build, they get bigger and bigger. You can't get those without taking the action, by the way, so you need to take the small steps. So as a takeaway for this, confidence does not come from staying in your comfort zone. It also doesn't come from leaping into panic zone. It comes from taking small, intentional steps that expand your world without overwhelming you. The universe is always expanding, and so are you. The question is, will you allow yourself to stretch? If you're tired of feeling stuck in your own orbit, maybe it's time for you to expand. If you're ready to start something new that expands your confidence and increases your income stream at the same time, let's talk. The next level you isn't out of reach. It's just one stretch away. If you're tired of feeling stuck in your own orbit, maybe it's time to take control. I've got just the thing for you. I've got a perfect side hustle which builds your confidence and, by the way, your income stream at the same time. So if you're interested to find out more, drop me a comment below this video or go and find the link in the description to this video which takes you to more information. Your next level isn't out of reach, it's just one stretch away. As ever, I appreciate your feedback. It helps me to bring the stuff you're looking for, and it helps other people to find my stuff as well, so always appreciated. Any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Also, a thumbs up is always appreciated, and of course, for more like this, please subscribe to the channel. In the meantime, remember you're amazing. Let me know if you want to know more about this fantastic side hustle, and you have an amazing week.